Hey y'all, good morning. Listen, I wanted to hop on here real quick because I was just watching a video of a young lady talking about how when she was younger, um, she tried to commit suicide like many times. And it took me back to a time, whether y'all, I don't know if y'all know it or not, but I have tried to commit suicide well over 30 times in my life. One of the reasons why I show up like I do, why people, feel as though that, I'm so authentic or fearless. The truth is that I tried to kill myself so many times. At one point, I just looked in the mirror. I was like, all right, I quit. You feel what I'm saying? I quit. You obviously want me here for a reason. God wants me here for, because not only will always will blow my mind. I used to intentionally overdose on pills or in drugs. And 9 times out of 10, when that's your form of trying to get out of here, like you fuck your brain up, and I mean, I am crazy. But, like your brain is scrambled. You feel me? And I'm here with my brain mostly intact, in the sense of I can show up, I can, create this business, I can build it, I can be creative, I can, do my art. Like I'm you feel what I'm saying? More of me than I ever was in my life. And so, I just wanted to show up real quick and encourage. I don't know who this video is supposed to be for. I have no idea, but I do know that I don't care what you're going through. When I say everything in life is happening to you, it's happening for you, not to you, I mean that. Like I mean that because for a very long time, I felt like life was just happening to me. I had no control of what was going on. Things was just happening to me. And the more I understood that I was looking at life from not from within, you know what I mean? And understanding that the things I think about is what my reality is. You feel what I'm saying? So if I'm thinking that things are just happening to me, then that's what's going to keep happening. But once I took control of my life, took control of who I am, understood and accepted the woman that I am, forgave myself for the mistakes that I made in my life, and showed up and decided to walk in my authentic truth every day, period, it was the game changer for me. It was the game changer. I'll never forget. It's 3 times because I've tried to hurt myself so many times that some of them things are just completely blocked out. But the very first time I tried to hurt myself, I was 17 years old. I just got finished. I had my twins. They got home from the hospital. This morning, I had to get up. I never forget. I had to get up and get ready for school. I had to take my daughters with me to school. And I remember dropping them. I knew that these were all the things I had to do. And I'm looking at these babies. Me and my mom was arguing. And I'm like, I'm a burden. I just felt like it'd be better if I was gone. I missed my dad so much. Because at that point, he only was gone for like 2 years. And he was the buffer between me and my mom. You know what I mean? It was the typical mother-daughter teen, you feel what I'm saying, relationship. And it was it was so difficult. It was so, God, it was so difficult. And I remember going in the bathroom and grabbing my mom 800 milligrams of Motrin and taking the whole bottle one at a time. And then I left. I took my daughters to school as if everything was normal. And I remember going to choir rehearsal and not making it to choir rehearsal because I'm a singer, and we was like my particular choir that we was on. We would sing at different places, different locations. We used to sing at the tree lighting ceremony every year, and I remember trying to be going to class and just collapsing and waking up in the hospital. And that was the first time my mother had me committed to a mental hospital, and it was so. it was just the beginning. I remember being angry, waking up that I was still here. Oh, I would be so angry and so livid. And the last time I tell you, God completely came in and took over my entire body. I was in one of the worst relationships ever because the person that I was with had an alcohol problem. But when he was sober, he literally was like the best boyfriend I ever had in my life. Like in my life, I was going through a lot of medical and health situations that were like traumatic. They were really bad. And he was there every step of the way. You know what I mean? Like, I have no idea how to made it through any of that if it wasn't for him. But when he started drinking, he turned into a pure demon. And I couldn't convince him for nothing in the world that not only that I love him, but that I would never cheat on him. I would never hurt him. I would never do anything to harm him. Like, it was, he didn't get it. Like, you know what I mean? And so he was tremendous. He had a real unhealed relationship with his mom that passed when he was a little boy. So it was a lot. And it got to the point where at the end I didn't want to be here. And I remember, this is so crazy, I remember getting all of my medicine bottles, everything I had, all my prescription drugs, and putting it inside and pouring it inside of a bowl in my room. And I remember sitting on the floor and preparing to like take all the pills. Y'all, all I know is that I woke up in a mental hospital. Now, they done pumped my stomach. I'm thinking, you know what I mean? I don't even know how I got there. Nothing. I don't remember. None of it. When they let me go in 48 hours, I get home, you guys, in the bowl with the pills was still sitting in the middle of the living room floor, in the middle of my bedroom floor. Still feel, I didn't take not one. Now I'm confused. I'm like, have no clue what's going on. Talked to my cousin. My cousin said, girl, you called me and your sister. I have no, first of all, I would have never called my sister. Ever called my sister. My little younger sister, like consciously, ever. And so the fact that I don't have no recollection, no memory of calling my sister, called 911 and they came in and got me. Y'all, I don't remember none of this. None of this. Absolutely none of it to this day. So that's like the power of, like, that's how I knew God just, he has a purpose for me. He has a purpose. And when I got my reading done, I had got a tarot reading done in 2019. And that lady, she looked at me and she said, you are on this earth. You have a mission. Everybody in life has a purpose, but everybody in life don't have a mission. And she looked me dead in my face and said, that's why you never was successful at trying to kill yourself. And I just started crying. It was over after that. Like, it was over. And things she was just saying to me, she told me that I would have a successful business. It'll take a long time and it'll be many years, but I'm going to have a successful business. It's not going to have anything to do with what you're doing now. And at the time I was doing nothing but art. Nothing but art, painting. I had a whole art studio in my house. People was buying paintings that I was doing. People was coming to get, they wanted party favors. I had an art, that's what I was doing. I had an art business. And they said, yeah, it's going to have nothing to do with the business you have now. And that's when my podcast started. Then I was introduced to human design. And the more I started diving in and learning about human design, it changed my life so much so that I wanted to give this to other people, because I know the people in my circle, in my community, they don't think about or believe in. And the crazy thing is, human design is not based on a religion or anything like that. It literally has to do with science and astrology and you feel what I'm saying? And alignment, and when you was born, the time you was born. It really is just a system. That's all it is. It's a system. Like, you don't have to have any kind of a particular faith to learn about this system. And it made sense to me. God, it made so much sense. It helped me understand. It gave me even a deeper understanding of why I have a mission. You feel what I'm saying? And the fact that if y'all look it up, I'm a human design projector. Human design projectors are only 22% of the population, period. You feel what I'm saying? And so it was just like, this makes so much sense. Like, the description of a projector is me all day long. I was like, oh, that's why I could never have a 9 to 5. That's why I always was on a march to the beat of my own drum. I'm not lazy. Oh my God. Like, it really just helped me get a clear understanding of where I'm going and who I am. Like, real shit. But yeah, if you are struggling, please reach out. Please reach out. I'm gonna get the information to, suicide hotline number and put it, down here on the bottom. If you are struggling, please reach out to someone. Let me tell y'all something. And this is some real talk. This is real talk. The beginning of this year was difficult. I moved down here to be with family, and family put me out their house in 20 days. My cousin, which is the person who put me out, sister, which is still my dog, my girl, Mimi, I love her. Y'all, I have done videos with Mimi, but wasn't able to get it up on the channel. So, but yeah, y'all gonna meet Mimi. That's my girl. I love her so much. But she had me stay with a family friend. He ended up being evicted out of his place. Like, it got to the point where I got real low and started having some real dark thoughts. And the second them thoughts started creeping into my head, y'all, I picked up that phone and I called the suicide hotline. I did. I picked up the phone and called them, and thank God I did, because now I'm on the housing list that I need to be on. You feel what I'm saying? Waiting patiently for it to come through. For people who deal with mental health disorders, for people who are on disability, which means that I would have the caseworkers that I need, and all the mental health advocates that I need to have in place in my life. Because let's be clear, living with mental health disorders, there are things like assistance and things that I need, because sometimes I might overreact about some stuff, or have a hard time like dealing with certain shit because of living with certain mental disorders. Sometimes I have to completely shut down and shut out, and it has to be like, some people will have to keep pushing, no matter what they're going on in life. And people with mental health disorders, it don't work for us like that. Like, if we don't stop and acknowledge what we're dealing with and sit in it, we try to keep pushing through it, we're gonna break us and everybody around us. Okay, so it works a little different for us. We have to deal with things a little different. The mental health days be serious for us, like, I try to be sick of us. Yeah, we need a mental health day. I need a mental health day today. Jesus, today. And it be that deep. So, but yeah, so please reach out and get you some help. You are not alone. Look at me. I went from a person who my mom was scared to leave alone. People were scared to leave me alone because they didn't know what I was going to do, to now me living in my glory, living in my truth, and can't nobody take that away from me. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody can take away the fact that I changed my entire life around and started giving back as opposed to taking from. And I'm grateful for that. That's how I know this is my time. This is my time. I spent many years, well over 10 years, giving back spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. You feel what I'm saying? My home, like, you feel what I'm saying? Helping young people who, runaways, people that was on the streets. I've helped so many people that I know that this is my time now. And I'm taking it. You feel what I'm saying? And know that I'm so grateful, because people have tried one time. People have tried to, kill themselves in the first time and it worked. You know what I mean? And I can't, now at my age looking back, I can't believe how many times I attempted to do this. So many times. And God said, nope, not this time. Nope, not this time. Literally from the age 17, the first time, I was 17. Because I had the twins at 16. So I was 16 going on 17. Yeah, because the twins, I had them early. Like, I turned 16 in June, and I had the twins in July. So I was 16 going on 17. And from the time I was 16, I was in and out of mental hospitals until I was 32. So, and after that, once I got to Jersey and was introduced to psychotherapy, changed my life. Changed my life. And so that's another thing. Make sure you get you a therapist. Talk to your therapist about different options. For me, medication didn't work for me. Medication did not work for me at all. It stifled my creativity. I dealt with all side effects. Every side effect, every drug has. So then I found myself on drugs on top of the drugs on top of the drugs. So it didn't work for me. Psychotherapy is what worked, what changed my life, helps me I still use all the work today. You feel what I'm saying? It's one of the reasons why I, choose to be a free-flowing spiritualist. It kind of aligns to being able to keep my mental health intact and in order. And so that's what it changed my life. It changed my life. So talk to your doctor about different options. Get you a therapist and find out about different options. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying anything against medication. I'm just saying it didn't work for me. You know what I mean? It might be something you need. To be honest with you, I needed the medication in the beginning. Until I understood and learned me and to be able to have more control, I needed the medications in the beginning. Today I don't. So listen, I love you, each and every one of you. I'll be back. Definitely be back. Like, this wasn't even supposed to be this long. But I'll be back because we're going to be definitely, I got my book over there for the calendar. We're going to put the calendar together. We going to, I just got finished eating my last breakfast. Oh, y'all, because that's the first thing that, gotta get off is I have to, in my breakfast. Like, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it later. All right, guys, I love you so much. Yo, butterfly, squat out. And no, nothing in life is happening to you. But everything, and I do mean everything is happening for you. It's happening for your greatness. Now, butterflies, let's squat out. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all. Bye. Bye.